Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hi. Can you hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me in the chat because I'm about to get started, yeah, because I'm very excited about today's stream. We're going to be talking about the iPhone 17, right? We're going to be talking about iPhone 17. So far there's rumors about, I'm going to share screen as well so that you can see those that are watching on TikTok. I'll be sharing my screen on YouTube, so make sure that you know what I mean. If you have to bounce between both, then you have to bounce between both. That's fine. I couldn't before, but now I can. I can hear. Great, fantastic. Um, co-host. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna talk about the iPhone 17. We have the base iPhone 17 model. We have the iPhone 17 Air. We have the iPhone 17 Pro, and we have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on. So just bear with me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share screen so that you can see what I'm seeing, so that you can see some of the renders of the iPhone. We're going to start with the iPhone Pro because me personally, I always like to start with the iPhone Pro. But here we go, right? So let me know if you can or can't see the screen, but this is what's going on right now, right? So for those of you on TikTok, I'm gonna see if I can flip so that you can also, can I flip? So that you can also see what's going on, right? So here, ooh, look at that blue. Is this blue not gorgeous? You can see, okay, great. Look at this blue for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, right? Oh my goodness. If I remember, I think the blue first came to was it the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max? This blue was gorgeous. This blue was absolutely gorgeous. But I'm glad that this is potentially coming back. There's also like an orange rumored to come as well, like this kind of orange. That is super cool. Yes, it is. It is. You should let me know if which one you prefer, whether you like the blue better or the orange better. Me personally, I like the orange better because I haven't seen it before, if that makes sense. So because I haven't seen the orange before, I really like it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Just cool. Loving the orange. Yes. Because the thing is with the pro colors, I'm sure we can all agree, right? We never really see any ooh kind of colors. It's always very, let me flip the camera so that you can see me as well. The colors that we see for the pros are always very like meh. So we get black, we get white, we get gold. Me personally, gold is my favorite. So, you know what I mean? I am not mad at that. But then we have like, what was our new color? Was it natural titanium? Hi, Serena. Was it natural titanium that we got for the new color? I think it was the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. It was very basic. It was a very basic color. If I'm being honest, like it was very neutral, come through skin. I have the big light on today so that you could, do you know what I mean? Because our last lives weren't really, you get, but yeah. So you definitely get So you would, so Mary Raimi, you definitely get the orange then. I should put a vote in at some point as well and see what the chat is saying. But what was I saying? Before we would, yeah, we had natural titanium, and then we had like very basic colors for the pros. So hate that, really hate that. But this year, potentially we can get an orange. If I'm being honest with you guys, let me be honest with you, it's very unlikely that we're going to see this orange. It's very unlikely that we're going to see this orange because with the pro colors, Apple like to play it safe, but that's neither here nor there. For the, I think it's the base model 17 and the 17 Air. We'll get to the 17 Air in a second because thoughts on the 17 Air. But for the 17 Air, absolutely that orange is everything. I mean, period. Let me show you what the colors for the Airs are supposed to look like. I think it was neutral. So we're definitely seeing a purple, and I think we're seeing a blue. I'll show you the two colors. Oh, it's the green. Okay, so it's these two, right? So let me flip the camera so that you can see as well. So these two colors right here, the green and the purple, are the colors that we're supposed to be seeing with the iPhone 17 and 17 Air. I wouldn't want to cover it. Yeah, fair. That's what the clear cases are for. We just have to keep refreshing our clear cases so that we can, do you know what I mean? See the color all the time. I always have a clear case unless I'm at home and I'm just doing stuff. I always have a clear case. But yeah, so for the iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Air, it's giving Monsters Inc. Oh my gosh, yes it is. It is giving Monsters Inc. I wonder if they're doing that on purpose. We should see what's going on later on in the year to see if, you know what I mean, they have a Monsters Inc. theme, whatever. That's really good. I like that. But yeah, so me personally, are we tired of the pink? Are we tired of pink colors? Do we hate pink in this world? What, we've given the purple lovers enough love. Do you know what I mean? We've given them enough love. It's time to bring back the pink colors for the iPhones. I need 10 more pinks. Thank you. Thank you, because I'll take a hot, I mean, this is really unlikely. This pink is really unlikely, yeah? But I'll take this pink, a hot pink, a light pink, a pastel pink, any kind of pink. I'll just take a pink. I'm really tired of seeing purple, if I'm being honest. We've had purple like four times in a row now at this point? It was just something along those lines. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of purple. Give me pink. To be fair, the purple lovers do be standing on, yeah, they do. They do. But like, I'm ready for the pink to come back now. I'm ready now. But these are the rumored colors. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Me personally, ideal lineup would be this. This would be my ideal lineup. Hold on a second. I think we got this. Did we get the pink? I'm bugging. We got the pink for iPhone 15, you know. I'm bugging. We got the iPhone. We had a pink for the iPhone 15. We did. And I think they're doing like interchangeable. But didn't we? Let me see. What are the iPhone 16 colors at the moment? iPhone 16 colors at the moment are okay, it's pink. Okay, I'm too much. Never mind. I take it back. You guys can have your purple back. It's not enough still. Thank you. At least I'm not the only one. At least I'm not the only one that thinks that. But do you know what I mean? I guess it's time for purple to have their time. Yada yada yada. Okay, great. Next. Anyway, so me personally, I can ramble on about colors for a really long time. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to move on. What else is rumored to come? So I have a list here so that I make sure that I tick off everything. So of course, September. This baby is coming in September. It's usually like the first or second week in September. But it's rumored to be, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's rumored to be like the 9th or 10th. Let me look at my calendar and see. Yeah, it's rumored to be so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. It's rumored to be like I think the second week in September. It's giving September 9th, 10th. Do you know what I mean? What are you most excited about for the iPhone 17? Really good question. Really good question. I don't think there's much that I'm excited for, you know. Dare I say it, guys? Dare I say it? People keep on asking me to join their live and it's really annoying. But anyway, I'm not excited for much. Why, you ask? Because let me show you why I'm not excited for much to do with the iPhone 17. Because this is what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to see if they can show me a Pro color, what the back of the Pros look like. God, oh, it's not like that. I know it's definitely not like that. I'm going to show you what the iPhone 17 Pro is supposed to look like. 17. Let me flip the camera to show you. This is what the iPhone look like. And I repeat, I am not loving this design. There's some people that like it. I can't say that I am one of those people. I do like this blue, but that's as far as it goes. I do not like how this looks. I understand we've had the same design on the iPhone for a really long time, so they want to change stuff up now. I get it. I really do get it. So this is what, I wonder if I can enlarge it. No, I can't. I can't even see. I can't even see the thingy majig. Is it going to allow me to go back? Oh. Okay, yeah. So this is what our current, you know, iPhone 16, 15, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of our iPhones look like this now. And this is what the proposed design for the iPhone 17 Pro is gonna look like. Yeah, I don't like that there's a separation between the camera and then the rest of the phone. The thing is, it's supposed to be like fully glass slash aluminum, because I've heard that they're changing up the way that the MagSafe is going to be as well. Yes, this is how we started the live. This blue actually looks really nice. I'm not mad at the blue, and I was saying this as well, that we I think the last time we saw this blue color was the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. That's the last time we saw a blue similar to this. I think it was Sierra Blue. Oh, my memory is too good. It was Sierra Blue, yeah. So that was the last time that we got a blue like this. Yeah, what's that about? I don't like the big bar across. Yeah, I don't like the big bar across either. And the first time that this design rumored came out, it was just like everybody hated it. But I feel like the more people see it, the more that they like it. Because I was even speaking to my friend the other day, and he was just like how he actually likes it. So do you know what I mean? To each their own. Are we still going to get the phone? Yes. It's just, this is one of those things, you know what I mean? So that's that. So it's supposed to have like a, oh, need to charge the computer. Need to charge the computer. It's fine. Okay. There we go. So it's supposed to have like an aluminum back. It's supposed to have a glass back. It's supposed to have this separation, which I don't really like. But it's also going to have a new MagSafe design, apparently. So like the magnets in here will support, I think it's like 25 watts, because at the moment wireless charging only supports 15 watts. So that's through MagSafe, and that's through do you know what I mean? Like wireless charging. But I think like the Qi, I think we're on like Qi 2.2 now, which supports up to 25 watts of battery. And for anyone that doesn't really know what that means it's just going to charge your battery faster. That's about it. When MagSafe first came out, it was, I think it was 7 watts. And then the updated version was 15 watts. So I think we might see another update as well. And that's going to be 25. So hoping that the MagSafe gets better. And I think if the MagSafe charging becomes more powerful, we'll also get it just came to my head, we'll also get reverse charging. So that's when you can like basically put your iPhone onto the back of another iPhone and it will charge that iPhone. That's been rumored to come for a really long time, for many, many years now. So I doubt that's gonna come, if I'm being honest. I really highly doubt it. But do you know what I mean? It's a possibility. I'm not gonna knock the possibility. So that's that, right? So it's supposed to come out in September. This is what the new lineup looks like. So we have the iPhone 17. This is the base model. I don't think much is going to change on the base model for the iPhone 17. Then we have the iPhone 17 Air. Cool. iPhone 17 Air. All right, let me flip the camera so you know what I mean, so you can kind of see my frustration. The iPhone 17 Air is supposed to be really, really thin. Is it because I can't remember which I can't remember which company it was that came out with a really, really good, really thin phone. I think it was a Samsung. I don't know why. I don't know who asked for it. I know they've been wanting to do thin phones for a really long time. Samsung has been on that for years. Yes, they have, and that's taken a very long time to come. What are you talking about? The wireless charging for, like the reverse charging for the iPhone to iPhone? Is that what you're talking about, Mary? And can I please have an iPhone 15, 16, please? You can buy one, yeah. I can give you the link if you need it. And Samsung has been on that for years, yes. And the Air is horrible, yes. Yes, it is. I'll show you what I would be scared it would bend in my pocket. Yeah, do you guys remember the iPhone 6? It used to bend on the FYP, you know. Hello. Hi. Reverse charging, yes. Okay, it would be. So yeah, do you guys remember the iPhone 6 when the iPhone 6 first came out? So I think we transitioned from like a square. So the iPhone 5 was like a rectangular, but it was kind of like boxy, it was square. And then we went to the iPhone 6, it was like rounded. Hi Mark. Nice to see you. And then like I think it was the first person who got the iPhone 6 was like that they must have put it in their pocket and it bent. I was like, oh. I think I actually remember that phone, and I did I have a case on my iPhone 6? Yeah, there was, when I first got the phone, I didn't have it in a case, and I was living life on the edge, and then I was seeing that everybody's phone was bending, and I was just like, whoa, I've got to get a solid case on this. And then, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It was fine, and my phone didn't bend. But because of how thin this thing is, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do to preserve the structure of the phone, if that makes sense. iPhone 4 supremacy, I can't lie. Also the X, period. Period. We discussed that in our last live. The iPhone 4 was the GOAT. It was top tier. Just saying. But guys, I'm gonna show you the iPhone. Oh, I'm gonna show you the iPhone 17 Air, right? Cool. So this is what it's supposed to look like. I'm even gonna find the this is what it looks like. So we have the iPhone 17, iPhone base, iPhone. Cool. So this is like the mock-up. This is the mock-up of the iPhone 17 series, right? So I'm assuming this, they all have the action button, which is fine. That's been bought already, so fine. I think this is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is the iPhone 17 Air base model, iPhone 17 and like 17 Pro. It's a wild guess, right? But can you see how thin this is? And can you notice that this doesn't have a SIM ejector? So there's no SIM in it because it was so thin they couldn't fit a SIM in it. Let's just pause for a second. There's no SIM. So assuming that this is the same, this looks thinner than this. I bet this is the Pro because it's a little bit thicker. This is just what I'm thinking though, right? So I fear that the base model iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Air is going to be eSIM only. What do you guys think about eSIM only? Let me know. What do you think about having a phone that just supports eSIM, no physical SIM whatsoever? What do you think about that? Cool. Let me know. Just pause for a second. Who even is asking for this skinniness? Exactly. Sometimes I'm thinking, who is going out into the world and thinking, you would want a skinny phone, wouldn't you? Yeah. You would want a thin phone, wouldn't you? Yeah. I don't know who is asking for this, and I don't know where Apple is finding these people, and I just don't know, right? Cool. But this is when they first spoke about iPhone Air, I was just like, surely not. Surely not. But this is, the closer you get to an event, the more realistic the rumors get, the more accurate the rumors get, I should say, not realistic. I'm just saying. So this could be our reality. I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't really bother me, and this has nothing to do with me because I'm gonna be getting the Pro Max as normal. Just saying, it's always the Pro Max for me. It's always the Pro Max for me. But this is what the iPhone Air is looking like, and just a couple of things as well. So as well as the iPhone 17 Air, because it's so thin, what does that mean, guys? Let me flip the camera. What does that mean, guys? That we have a skinny phone, smaller battery. A smaller battery. They are saying that the iPhone 17 Air will be comparable to the iPhone 12 battery life. Not the iPhone 12 Pro, not the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the base model iPhone 12. That's fine. Will we get these phones and unbox it for the channel? Yes. Will we keep the phone? That's a different question. Because what am I doing? What's the point? What's the point of having the phone if it doesn't even last me the day? Because I know there's some iPhone 16s, the base model 16s, that are struggling to last for the day. Just saying. The battery life is already... Exactly. The battery life is already struggling to stand out on it. Exactly. Great. So, hi, Angela. Nice to see you. Learning so much. Wow. Okay. It's nice to see you. And so, cool. So that's the iPhone 17 Air. Then we have the base model. I think the one good thing that I'm looking forward to for the iPhone 17, so it's 17 in name only. Yes, I think so. I don't think we're going to see much of an upgrade this year for the 17 and the 17 Air. I don't think so. But the only thing is that ProMotion, so 120 hertz display, might be coming to the iPhone 17 and 17 Air, which is nice. But a lot of people have been asking for what's my favorite fruit? Mango, period. I should say apple, but it's definitely mango. I actually had some before the live. Anyway, but yeah, so ProMotion should be coming to the iPhone 17 and 17 Air. Everybody has been asking for this for ages, and I'm surprised that the EU hasn't mandated ProMotion, because I know that was the iPhone 15? The EU mandated all of the iPhones to have USB-C. So I'm surprised they haven't mandated that, but it's fine. It's rumored to come to the whole lineup for the iPhone 17s, which is really good. We're gonna be getting some better cameras on the Pros. When don't we get better cameras on the Pros? You know what I mean? What's ProMotion? So ProMotion is like 120 hertz display. So you know when you're scrolling on your phone and there's like, you can see a little bit of a lag when you're scrolling, like there's a little bit of a delay. That's the let me know if that helps if I'm explaining it properly. But like you can kind of just see a delay when you're scrolling through TikTok, Twitter, Safari, anything. It's just a little bit of a delay. But when the higher the refresh rate, the smoother the screen is when you're moving it around, if that makes sense. It's more buttery. It's very boom, you know what I mean? There's that. And then I think we might see bigger screens. I think we're going to be seeing a bigger screen on the iPhone 17 Air. So it's going to be a little bit bigger. Guys, I really fear that's it for the Airs, you know. So apart from, we're going to be seeing, yeah, better display, yeah, better camera, yeah, battery life. I think the battery life is going to be better in the Pro Max, the Pro and Pro Max. I think we're going to be seeing like, what, I think, is it 8% or 7% more in battery life? That may not mean much to some, but it means everything to me. Why, you ask? Because I am a Pro Max user. I've always been a Pro Max user. I don't think I've ever had the basic, I shouldn't call it a basic, I should call it the base model. I've never really had the base model iPhone before. It's always been a Pro Max. Why, you ask? Because I always liked the size of it. And if I don't get a Pro, I feel like I'm missing out. Off topic, but have you tried the Vision Pro yet? Yes, I did. I unboxed it on my channel, my YouTube channel. I think it was 2023. Has it been 2 years already? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Or was it last year? I can't remember. But it's on my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And sent that bad boy back. I sent that bad boy back because $3,500 for an extra screen. I just didn't see the need to have a Vision Pro in my house. Can we deep, guys, that it was $3,500 and it was, you wrecked mine considering getting a new one. Jeremy, how did you wreck it? Please. How did you wreck your Vision Pro? I must confess the Vision Pro was skippy. What do you mean when you say skippy? What do you mean it was skippy? 3.5K for Vision Pro is absolutely it is nuts. It is nuts. I think it's ridiculous. Apparently they were supposed to come out with like a cheaper one that is more accessible to people. Would I unbox it for the channel? Yes. We're like, but like, it's a really like lonesome device. You just have your Vision Pro and you're just by yourself in a room, and like you can use it as like a second monitor if you have a MacBook Pro or something. But other than that, like, what are you doing with the Apple Vision Pro? Talk to me. Like, if you had it, what was your use case for it? Also, off topic, what do you think of the Ray-Ban Meta glasses? I think they're cool. I think they're a cool concept. It's just Meta and data is very interesting when it comes to Meta and data. Let's just leave it at that. Do you know what I mean? I also like the fact that you can't record people in secret. So you know when people are recording, because I'm sure people are just walking down the street and just feel, people are weirdos. There are some weirdos out there that are just, you know what I mean? But with the light, you can see that people are recording. There was a use case for it as well. There was a use case for it. I was speaking to somebody who had them, and they were using it as like a POV. So they are a musician, they play the bass, and they were like, they have their camera set up filming them, but they also have their POV shots when they're, you know what I mean, playing the bass and stuff. So it depends how you're using it. I do think they are cool. They are cool glasses. But I just wouldn't have them because, do you know what I mean? and you can cover it with your hair. You can cover it. Oh, as in like the meta glasses, is that what you mean? You can cover it with your hair? You can, but like you should also let people know that you're recording them as well. That's the only thing. Um, you can get Vauxhall Astra for that. You can. You can get Vauxhall Astra for that price. It's ridiculous. Like I took it out of the overpriced travel case and it fell on. Oh, oh no. I'm really sorry. Did you have Apple Care, Jeremy? Because if you didn't have Apple Care, then I don't know for you. Do what? Jeremy, can you please just let the people know what you used the Apple Vision Pro for, please? Because I, I'm trying to convince the people and I can't convince the people. Just color in the red dot when recording. No, but Mary, you need to understand that people need to know that you're recording, because I think recording people without them knowing is just a violation of their privacy. Unless you're just like super nosy, then yeah, color it in, but I don't think you should color it in. My ego says I don't need Apple Care. I already pay for the Apple one. People have found a workaround for the light. Just put a sticker on it after it starts recording. Yes, there's that too. You can put a sticker on it. You can color it in. But guys, just let the people know that you're recording them. What's the problem? Do you know what I mean? Let them know. Thoughts on the new iPhone 17 design leaks? That's literally what we were discussing, right? So let me flip the camera around so that you can see what things are looking like. So this is just my suspicions. This is the iPhone 17 Pro Max with a SIM, right? With a SIM. So you can see the SIM there, right? This is the iPhone 17 Air without the SIM. This is the iPhone 17 Pro with the SIM. And this is the base model 17 without the SIM. So guys, no SIM, ridic. But maybe it's not ridic because we're in a new world now. eSIM is very much available to everybody. So there's that. And let me show you what the design leaks look like for the iPhone. Don't give up on me. Give up on me. Where did she go? I don't know what it is about Chrome, right? But it's just bugging. So let me do it on here instead. Let's do iPhone 17 Pro. And then this is what the images are looking like for the iPhone 17 Pro. Guys, I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. The Air is exciting to me. Jay Fader, talk to me. Why is the Air exciting to me? Exciting to you? Why is less battery life, a lack of a SIM, a physical SIM? Why is that exciting to you? Why is the fact that it could bend in your pocket exciting to you? Talk to me, please. We Pro models want to be whimsical and colourful too. Exactly. The colours this year, guys, it's looking a bit dry. Apparently, we're going to be seeing like one orange colour, but I think we're still going to have like black, silver, maybe natural titanium or space grey titanium. But apparently, there's supposed to be like a gold or an orangey colour or a navy blue colour. These are the two suspected colours for the iPhone 17 Pros. I don't like this version of the orange, but there was another orange that I saw that I really liked it because I haven't seen it before. We get basic colors for the Pros, as you don't know, but this is just what we think. Also, I'd love not to have the faff of a physical SIM. Fair enough. I have an eSIM for, but the only time I use an eSIM is for when I'm on holiday. Other than that, I use a physical SIM, because you just have to rely on your carrier so much, man. I genuinely don't know why Apple keeps making their products thinner. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we Pro users want whimsy. Yes, we do. I'm not mad at the no SIM either. I can't lie, but I hate that one-eyed monster back. The one-eyed monster back is hilarious. Yes, I don't like it either. And these, oh, that's funny. And I think, yeah, so this is the orange that it's supposed to look like. The good thing is I didn't get a maxed out AVP, so it wasn't a big loss. Okay, that's so fine. So Jeremy, are you gonna get another one? Are you gonna get another Vision Pro? Oh, I love when rich people win. Do you know what I mean? I love to see it. My iPad Pro is already bent, and that matte thing they did make scratches so much more noticeable. So do you rock your iPad Pro without a case then? Do you live a life on the edge like that? That's insane to me. Wow. 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 Because one thing about me, I keep my stuff in a case. Like, here's my iPad here, right? I mean, I have the keyboard, so it's a bit different. But that bad boy never leaves. The only time it leaves the case is if I want to get creative and artistic. Um, Other than that, guys, we've got to keep our iPads in a case. I hate cases. I'm sorry. Okay, fair. Why make a cute color aesthetic? Why make cute color aesthetic devices to cover it up with a case? I hear it. That's how I feel about the iPhones. That's how I feel about the iPhones. But because the size of the iPhone, sorry, the size of the iPads are so big, I feel like there's more room for error. So I have to put it in a case, if that makes sense. The orange is kind of nice. Yes, I agree. I think the orange is nice. I like it. I would definitely get it because it's new. Somebody says, do you think Apple will do a flip? No, I don't think Apple will do a flip phone. Not in this decade. Maybe next decade when they've just run out of ideas, but I don't think that they will do a flip phone. If you guys can't see some of the comments, that's because I'm also on YouTube as well. So just bear that in mind. But I don't think Apple will do a flip phone. I think if they do, they're just going to do it in a really different / weird way. I just don't think that they'll do a flip phone. Hi Shay, they lost me at the less battery life. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. So we're all on the same page when it comes to the lack of battery life in the Airs. Ridiculous scenes, team. This is ridiculous scenes. Somebody says, Jeremy says, I hope they actually make that liquid glass color iPhone that's circulating on the form of the liquid glass iPhone color. We've got to see that. Liquid iPhone 17. Let's look at some images. Ooh, guys. This is what things are looking like. Obviously, we have the liquid glass. Ooh, have you guys downloaded the public beta? Let me know in the comments because I've been on the developer beta for like a month now. I've been loving it. People are jealous of me. I love it. Have you guys, or will you download the public beta? Because, ooh, this is like an iridescent kind of color. I would love to see something like that. I would really love to see a color like that. I am a corner case covert. I'll never go back. Hear it. Those corner cases, and I've seen a corner case drop on the floor, sorry, many times, and it's been fine. So I might transition into the corner case world. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really hope that they bring back the MagSafe power bank. Mine is so flimsy. The MagSafe power bank. I think they're gonna make one for the Airs. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a really good point. I think they were gonna make one for the iPhone 17 Air because it's so thin. But imagine a new phone has just come out and you're already selling a battery case with it. That's terrible scenes. That's terrible scenes. I'll show you what the case is supposed to look like. Okay, now that's paying. Absolutely. I've had developer beta since it came out on my phone. It's suffering. Same. Jeremy, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only one because my phone was overheating. Every time I was multitasking, it was just bugging out, especially on my iPad as well. Like I was using the new multitasking features. It was getting hot. My iPad has never got hot before until this beta. Just saying, I don't know what's going on. And I'm on beta, I think beta 4 or beta 5 is out now. No, we're on beta 4 and it's still hot. Terrible scenes. Hate that. The public beta has slowed down my whole phone. Wish I just waited for the official release. I hate you. The thing is, you can go back to the I'm just gonna flip the camera now. Hold on. You can go back to, like, you can take the beta off your phone if you want to. It's just that you just won't have the pretty liquid app design changes. That's the only thing. But this 17 Pro looks really good, really good. Somebody says, yes, I've downloaded it. I love the glass effect. Same. I'm convincing as many people to get the public beta because the developer beta is still very buggy. Strictly because of how the glass effects look. I'm just saying, it looks really nice. And people look at your phone and just like, oh, I don't have that lock screen. I'm just like, yeah, because you don't have a VR. There's that. With the beta, I'm loving the Apple Music DJ vibe, seamlessly going from one tune to the next. Yeah, guys, I don't know why it took Apple Music so long to do the crossfading thing. So there's something called auto mix. I've also posted it on my TikTok and I posted it on my YouTube. I posted a short on the auto mix. So apparently if you have Dolby Atmos enabled, it doesn't work. But some songs don't even have Dolby Atmos, so there's that as well. But I don't know what took Apple so long for crossfading to come to Apple Music. But do you guys even use Apple Music, or do you use Spotify? Because this may or may not be of concern to you. The battery pack, that's what it's called. The way it just vanished off the face of the earth, it did. And that's because it was bulky and ugly, and nobody wanted to walk around with a bulky phone. Everybody wanted like a thinner phone, but not as thin as the iPhone 17 Air. I'd really like to see how the iPhone 17 Air sells. I feel like loads of people will get it first and then be like, oh, this is it, and then just return it or something. But yeah, I love how easy downgrading macOS is. Why is it not that easy on the other devices? It is easy. You just go into your system, settings, you go into general, you go into software update, and there's like a toggle at the top where you can switch from the different betas back to iOS 18. I'm sure that's there. Check again, Jeremy, check again. Nah, I hope Auto Mix will work with locally downloaded music in the future. Yes. That's something we should scream to Apple so that they can hear it from now, so that they can do what they need to do in the betas to come, in the software updates to come. Just saying. Apple Music should be free for iPhone users, in my opinion. Talk up the tings, Jay. Jay Fader, talk up the tings. Talk up the I'm even starting over my own words because I just can't believe as to why we have to pay for it. Ugh. Ugh. Or at least people who have bought the AirPods. Free things. We shouldn't really. We've already paid £3 million for the iPhone, for the iPad, for the Mac. Do you know what I mean? Make something free for me. Make something free for me, please. Gosh. Hello, weird person. That's somebody's name. Hi, nice to see you. Apple Music just needs to start to sort out their algorithm. Spotify has that unlock. It's so funny that you say that, Mary. Because loads of people were saying that they preferred the shuffle on Apple Music compared to Spotify. Because Spotify would like repeat. So it would shuffle the music and then repeat that same shuffle, if that makes sense. They won't continue shuffling the music. But I think they fixed that and now it's fine. But people... I don't know. So you don't think that the Apple Music Shuffle is good as well? I actually worked for Apple and worked on the 17. Now, one thing about me, I'm a little bit gullible, so I believe you, weird person. So can you tell us some secret things that's coming to the iPhone 17 that we don't know about, if that's the case? On my Mac, you can go to the App Store and look up the iOS you want to downgrade to. Okay, that is a lot easier. But I promise you, it's just as easy on the iPhone and the iPad as well. I think it's a bit difficult for the Apple. No, I think it's even the same thing on the Apple Watch as well. Would love it if it was more of a one-time purchase than a subscription, of course. But it's not as good as Spotify. Ooh. Ooh, J Fader, why is it not as good as Spotify? Talk to me. Somebody said, I'm upgrading my whole smart home to HomePods just for the free Apple Music. Is it that you get free Apple Music for like 3 or 6 months, or do you just get it like free for the whole, that's it, you've just got free Apple Music for the rest of your life? Because if that's the case, that could be a good hack for people. Apple Music Shuffle is elite. Thank you, Serena. I also thought it was, elite as well. But Spotify recommended music is better. Yes, that I agree with. 100%. 100%. Girl, the NDAs at Apple Music are strict. My dad works there in software and hardware development. This is really exciting. I think this is the most exciting live because there's 2 people in like separate chats that are, do you know what I mean, locked in. So Jeremy, fair enough, you have NDAs and stuff, so you wouldn't be able to tell me because, like, do you know what I mean, who am I? But can your dad tell you? Like, let's say all of the devices are out of the room, nobody's listening to you. Can your dad tell you what's coming on the iPhone 17? Or is it like even, you know what I mean? Somebody said, the renders are mostly accurate. Some small stuff is wrong, but nothing crazy wrong. Ooh, that's really exciting. So we've got an early look into the iPhone 17. This is exciting stuff. I worked on all of the iPhones since the 14. That is really exciting. Weird person, do you like your job? Does Apple treat you well? I hope that they treat you well, because you guys have been developing some really good stuff. Speaking, okay, so we have a couple Apple developers in the chat. I know there's some chats I need to catch up on. But guys, can we talk about the free? Is it free notes? What's it? Freeform. Can we talk? I know that Serena is in the chat. We've spoken about this already. Freeform, guys. Can we please get some organization into those folders? Can we get some folders into the Freeform app? And what else, guys? While we have the developers on the call, let's ask them for all the things, so that, do you know what I mean, we can, do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a good job. It's fun. I'm glad it's fun. And the colors are cool though for the iPhone 17. Weird person, will we actually see an orange iPhone 17 Pro? Is that a lie? Should I just put that lie to bed? Because should I just lose hope for that orange iPhone Pro? No, there's just a few months free for each HomePod you buy. Got you. Having put music on both platforms, Apple Music doesn't play. Interesting, and it doesn't have reliable analytics. Yeah, it doesn't. Apple should tap in more into the analytics side of things. I don't need recommended music. Well, Jeremy, if you're happy with your Apple Music, then do you know what I mean? Spotify has been so helpful putting out music for first-time artists. Yes, absolutely. Because J Fader, I know you've got some music out there. J Fader, I know you've got some music out there, and I know Spotify's been pushing out your music. Just saying. Yeah, and I find so many good things from Spotify recommendations and my daily mix on Spotify. Absolutely. One thing I like is Discover Weekly. There's some badness that come out of Discover Weekly on Spotify. 10 out of 10. Sometimes it gives me nonsense, let me not lie, but other times, do you know what I mean, I find the diamond in the rough. He can tell me, but if I tell somebody else and Apple finds out, timeout for. Okay. Well, as long as I want to ask you so many questions about that. Oh my goodness, blood pressure monitoring. We didn't even touch the Apple Watches, guys. We're ending the live soon, by the way. We're not going to be here for long. I'm just getting really excited about all of the developers in the chat. Right, cool. I wish you guys came sooner. I have so many. Anyway, blood pressure monitoring. Weird person, can you tell me if we're gonna get blood pressure monitoring to the Apple Watches? Because there's gonna be a new Apple Watch SE, there's gonna be a new Apple Watch Ultra 3, and there's gonna be a new Apple Watch Series 11. So it would be great if I know people have been asking about blood pressure monitoring for a long time now, and I'm sure the technology is there, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Um, I don't know why they think pro users are boring. Honestly, gosh, but I cannot confirm nor deny the orange colors. Okay, that's fine, but you will be happy with the colors. As long as I'm happy with the colors, guys, I think if I'm using common sense and logic, if I'm going to be happy with the pro colors, that means something's going to change, right? Something's going to change in the pro colors. That means, guys, this year might be our year. This year might be our year. Ooh. Okay. Not as colourful as the non-pro models, but it's definitely more colourful than the last couple of years. I'll take it. Guys, you heard it here first. I'll take it. I'll take colour. I will take colour on the pros any day. I will take it. I just work on the phones and Mac. Unfortunately, Apple is a very need to know basis. So if you don't work on so if you don't work on it, you don't know anything about it. Fair. That makes sense because Apple's huge. I get it. But the fact that there's colors coming to the pros, guys, there's hope. Give us free-form folders. Absolutely, I'm so behind. So sorry, guys. I would love the Notes app to be better organized, like automatically putting things into folders, etc. Yes. But do you use hashtags? Do you use the smart folders on Notes? Because I found that useful as well. Like I don't actually have to put things into folders when I use certain hashtags on Notes. Try that. Let me know if it works. If you still hate it, we have developers on the call, so hopefully they can, do something about it. Okay. I'll ask my dad, but recommendations rarely get through without good blueprints. Cool. So we just need to get our graphical heads on, right, team, and just provide the blueprints to Apple just so that things can work in our favor. Because one thing about me, I will learn how to blueprint just so that I can get what I want on my iPhone, don't play with me, my iPhones. Don't do it. I'll do it. Love that J Fader, absolutely. If there's an Apple version for an app, I'm using that regardless of performance and price. Jeremy, that's me. That's me, Jeremy. I even lie, that's me. I don't give a piss. I don't give a piss about the third-party apps. I'm going to be using Apple ones. Because I like how if I'm doing something on my iPhone, I can go onto my iPad and continue it, and then go onto my MacBook and then continue that. I like that I can answer a call on my iPad and then just switch it to my Mac. Do you know what I mean? So there's stuff that Apple native apps have that just work in your favor because you're in the ecosystem. Do you get? There's that. I also want FaceTime voicemails to not expire until you delete them. Weird person, are you listening? Jeremy, are you listening? You've got to feed this back. You've got to feed this back. Really good stuff, guys. Really good stuff. I saw some rumors that there would be a touch camera controller on the top. That's wrong. Okay, fine. Cool. We can mark that off. There's a new cutout though, but for the antennas. Okay, so are we going to be getting a smaller notch this year as well? The notch isn't too crazy on the pros and the non-pro models, but I've heard rumors that there's going to be like a smaller notch. So just there's that too. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. My beta on my iPhone is bugging. I can't search for a contact in contacts. Mary, what beta are you on? Because I think I remember seeing that issue on like the first couple betas, and on beta 4 on my phone is fine now. So just double check to make sure that you're on the latest one, because I think I updated my phone the other day. I haven't checked the notch size, but from a glance it looks the same. Oh, okay, so the notch isn't changing. Guys, I feel like I'm getting exclusive tea today. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're working on it, but the software keeps messing up the analytics. Interesting. The sensors are fine, but the analytics are trash. What are we talking about, Jeremy? Because I've been yapping on and on. So is it that the analytics are bad for, is it Apple Music or is it Apple Music? Was Apple Music we were talking about? We are taking it. Yes, we are. You need to thoroughly pre-develop whatever you want to recommend most of the time. Smaller bezels. Yes. Okay, so Jeremy is saying smaller bezels. Weird person, can you confirm? Can you confirm that we're getting smaller bezels? I love a thin bezel because it gives the illusion that, do you remember when there was those rumors about like the screen falling off the sides of of the phone, like there'd be like kind of a bit of a screen on like the sides. It gives that effect. More screen, smaller notch, less going on. Love to see it. I would take that any day. For which iPhone? For all of the iPhones really, but is smaller bezels on all of the iPhones or just the Pro models? Because usually, if we're getting smaller bezels, it would usually go to the Pros. Let's be honest, because yeah, but not a big difference from the 16s. Okay, fair. Like the jump this time won't be as big as the recent years. Okay, but Jeremy, we haven't had a big jump since the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 12. Let me be honest. It's been a long time since we've seen like a big jump in anything. So I think that's why they're changing like the layout of the cameras this year, because there hasn't been that much of a design change in such a long time. It's not jumped since 1920. Serena said it hasn't jumped since 1926. The same every year. Yeah, I understand. It's been a long time. So that's why I feel like with this new iPhone 17, they're just going bold or going home. Do you know what I mean? And I was talking about the blood pressure monitoring. Oh, the blood pressure monitoring. Okay. So, weird person and Jeremy, can we confirm that, do you know what I mean? The blood pressure, why is that such a tongue twister for me? The blood pressure monitoring. Will they fix it in time for next month? Will they fix it, guys? I'm not gonna lie, mass production is gonna be starting soon, so it is what it is now, isn't it? We can just pull it a wraps now. But if that's the case, then guys, I don't know what more is coming to the Apple Watches. Are there going to be more sensors? Like, what's going to make me wanna? So this is the Apple Watch Ultra, the first one. What's going to wanna make me upgrade this year if there's not any new sensors coming to the Apple Watch? I actually am working on the new iPhone 17 right now as we speak on my main monitor. Okay, so if weird person is still working on the iPhone 17, that means that things are still moving, things are still shaking. Potentially, we can, see some new things in the next month or so. Weird person and my dad finna get into trouble. Honestly, Jeremy, I hope Jeremy isn't your real name. Because you guys have been telling us the tea. I can't lie. You've been telling us the tea. So but I'm not mad because, you know what I mean? Don't shoot the messenger, guys. You know what I mean? Don't shoot me. Okay. Are there any last minute price is probably going to increase. Let's just no, Jeremy is one of my legal names. Oh, yikes. Well, Jeremy, you know what I mean? I pray for you. How about that? You'll be fine. There's a million Jeremys in this world. Who even knows? You know what I mean? Let's not even talk too much about it. Jeremy, you'll be fine. We're speaking life and prosperity into you and your dad's life. Okay? Really good. It would surprise you how long the 17 has been done for. We are about to start the 18 in a couple of months. The main stuff for the 17 has been done for. Yeah, I've heard. I'm not gonna lie, because before the 16 came out, people are already talking about the iPhone 17. It's just like, guys, like, ease me in. I haven't even got my new iPhone yet. But do you know what I mean? But I'm not mad at it. One thing about me, I love Apple News. I really do love Apple News. Guys, thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you. I can't believe we've hit 10K. Ooh, ooh. Jeremy, I think you're lying personally. Jay Fader, you're calling the shots. You're calling the shots. Apart from, yeah, so price increase, expect a price increase across the whole of the iPhone 17s, by the way. Just expect a price increase. And the the Apple Watch Series 11, I think we'll see a bigger battery, unlikely. We're going to see a new I think it's a new S11 chip, so it's just going to be more efficient. Every year these Apple Watches get more and more efficient. Do you know what I mean? You can't not be efficient year to year. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I can't lie, it would surprise. Okay, yeah, loved this. Thank you, Jenny. Yes, we're gonna be wrapping up soon. I think. Oh, we were supposed to wrap up at 9. Okay, give me 3 more minutes to. Give me 3 more minutes. And then Apple Watch Ultra 3. Yeah. OLED display. Yeah. Apple Watch SE. Does anybody here have an Apple Watch SE? I don't recommend that Apple Watch to adults, if that makes sense. I would recommend it to children, and perhaps children over the age of 13. Perhaps anything low is just like what you should be with your mom and your dad anyway. But yeah, guys, my mouth is dry. That means I've been talking for too long. I've been talking for too long. Tell us something. Only someone who's. I'm about to wrap up the live. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm comparing the iPhone 16 and 17 right now to see if the dynamic island is smaller. Okay, red person, you let me know. I mean, if this live ends before you figure that out, just, you know what I mean, comment on one of my videos, and then or just comment in the community post, and we can hash it out, because I'm really intrigued to know, weird person. I hope you'll subscribe, weird person, because I have some questions for you. I really do. I love speaking to Apple software developers. I think last week I was speaking to an iOS developer at Apple as well. So network, guys. You might just find some exciting things. Anyway, guys, I'm done now. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a lovely Friday evening, and I will see you next week when we're back to regular schedule. Can I get some hearts in the chat, please? Can I also get some buys? Can you tell me bye? Can you tell me bye, team? Tell me bye. They are the same. Okay, weird person can verify the dynamic islands are the same on the 16 and 17. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Bye. End the stream. And we're ending here.